So this is SinMedia, and I'm here with
Qori, or Qorikardashian.
So we're gonna talk a bit for a minute here because we're outside of Happy Hideaway. You were recently just here. You were also at a couple other places recently.
And I did a bunch of stuff over in Texas, Arizona, too many places.
You're going worldwide. Oh my god.
Not yet. I want to go worldwide. Me and Swag were trying to go to Japan.
So that actually leads me into my first question perfectly.
Wait, really?
So give me a little bit of a backstory about like what got you into Swag Cartel.
I created it.
You created it?
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
and
know
Swag
that.
made it. Like, he just came up with the name, and we were like, "Oh, let's do that. That's hard." And we were just running it. At first, it was just me and him for like the first few years, because we've known each other for years, like since like 2020. That's really it. Yeah. And then one day, like, he started going a little crazy on TikTok, and we're like, "Yo, that shit's going crazy." He's like, "Yo, let's make it more official. Let's start adding niggas." And I wake up next day, he started adding niggas. I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Cause I trust what he do, and he trusts what I do, and shit." So shit just kind of work out.
That's beautiful. What do you think you could see in like the next year for Swag Cartel?
Shit, a lot more work, a lot more grinding, a lot more just work, to be honest, just work. We have like crazy talented members, like shout out Vonnie, shout out Lonely, who's in Brooklyn, shout out all the guys, like a lot of good members, bro.
So you recently dropped an EP, Internet Angel.
Yes.
What was like an artist or a song that really inspired you to make that piece of work?
Ooh, it was a lot of them. One is I made a song on there called Circus Act, and that's kind of based on Corn a little bit. They have a song called Clown, and I kind of scream that a lot because I like Corn. It's also kind of a reference to Slipknot because of their member Clown. So there's a lot of references in that. Fuck.
If you had to pick like one to top the rest.
Ooh, I don't know. There's a lot. Just 90s metal in general. 90s metal and hardcore is really influential. Like, all of that is like, if you really listen to what I make, like the lyrics and stuff like that, like a lot of people be bullshitting. Hold on, I'm gonna talk my shit. A lot of artists be bullshitting about their influences, but if you really listen to my music, a lot of my references are to like bands and stuff like that, like music that I listen to. Like, that's like dead ass. Like, but that's, I guess, just general like 90s like metal, like new metal. Even hardcore, like the shoegaze scene, like all that, like 90s like music in general.
One of the main waves you've been pushing is Crunkcore. How could you really describe Crunkcore as to like someone as an outsider?
Crunkcore is kind of like 2-3 things. Initially, people are gonna think of like Broken Side, like artists like Nitro, Curve, like those kind of artists like that from like 2008 to like 2012, like 2006, 2012. Who were just rapping on like Lil Jon beats, but they were screaming and stuff like that. But in general, it's kind of just like scene music overall from that time. Like that didn't have to do with like instrumental based, it was like production based. So that's gonna be like your Drake type beats, your like Soulja Boy type beats, your Juicy J type beats, like crunk in general. So people screaming on it. But honestly, I love Crunkcore to death. Don't get me wrong, I love Crunkcore to death. But a lot of it had like issues. The lyrical content was really crazy. A lot of the artists were crazy. But what I like Crunkcore for is that people were doing. You gotta move, gang, you gotta move. Crunkcore is just gonna be your like typical like party, like southern kind of based rap beats from like 2005 to 2010. Like they're like usually like sound like Juicy, like Juicy J, fucking what's the fucking dude's name? I'm breaking on his name. Lil Jon, there you go. The big one, Crunk. And like Crunk and beat too, like Sierra, like that kind of stuff, like those beats. But like with screaming vocals, like hardcore vocals, that comes from being like a core kid, listening to metalcore and that kind of shit. Like imagine you like Circa Survive, but for some reason you also like fucking Lil Jon. That's what you make, you know?
So you mentioned being from the home state of Texas. If you had to pick one artist, like one small artist to shout out from Texas, who would it be?
From Texas?
Yeah, specifically from Texas. If you want to be like your area specific, you're more than welcome to. But
like it could be like a rapper now?
Anybody like smaller coming up that you've been seeing in Texas that you think is
bro,
deserving of the name?
There's a lot of rappers in Texas that are going crazy, bro.
Put me on.
Hold on, shout out the main homie Captain Swag, obviously. Shout out Solar. Shout out Acid Soldier.
Oh, I love Acid Soldier.
That's
He's
the
fucking
homie,
awesome.
bro. Shout out like all the guys, bro. Shout out fucking Makai. Makai going crazy. He not really from Texas, but he from Texas, bro. Like he know what it is, bro. Like he really from Texas, bro. He be out there with all the guys all the time. Shout out Makai.
Yo, you know what vibes you give off? You know Apollo Red?
Yeah.
That's the same vibe you give me off.
He's a-
Yeah,
He's right.
Shout out Apollo Red. Shout out all of those like away niggas and shit, right?
Always.
Damn,
All
who
right.
else? Who else? There's a lot of Texas artists, bro. I gotta give it to Captain Swag, obviously.
Our final question. This is a bit of a sillier one.
What's up?
So, it's 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
You're walking into bodega. You have $5.
I got $5.
What are you getting?
I only got $5? Oh, hold on. You know I'm not from New York. I don't know what I can spend for $5. Hold on. Let me get a little extra money, okay?
$6.
Chopped cheese, right? Grava, right? Extra grava. Extra dick and balls on the side too. That's what we getting.
Swag Cartel special. What the fuck?
That's what we getting.
That's what Swag said, bro.
That's what Swag said?
That's literally what fucking
Nah,
Swag
that
said.
nigga stealing my meal. I'm gonna beat his little ass up.